What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Congratulations, you made it to the weekend, and you are here with us once again. Thank you guys for joining us. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to follow us on the social media scene. You can find us on Twitter at @theblown_save and on Instagram at @theblown_save. Don't forget, you guys can also reach out to us at theblown_save_podcast@gmail.com or head on over to our website, theblown_save_podcast.com, and reach out to us there. We just want to say thank you for everybody for joining us today. We're going to have a break next week because I will be out of town on vacation, finally. We won't have a show next week, but we will have one the following week. But I digress, guys. You know I can't do nothing without my one, my only, my compadre. Where are you at, Papi?
In the city of Chino, living the dream.
Living the dream, bro. Living the dream. Welcome back from your week-long vacation.
Appreciate that. It's glad to be home. You know how it is. You're gone for a little bit and you're all excited about leaving and stuff like that. And once you're gone, you're like, I can't wait to go back to my casita. Yeah?
I was telling the comadre that today. I was like, man, I can't wait to go on vacation and I can't wait to be back home. And she was like, what?
Right.
I was like, yeah, because I know we're going to have fun when we're over there, but we're going to miss the boys. We're going to miss the kids. We're going to miss our home. You know what I mean? We're still going to have fun. We're going to have a good time and all this other stuff. But I'm like, it's going to be one of those things. Right?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. And I feel like you always need a little vacation from your vacations back.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not supposed to be back at work until the 2nd of August. We get back on the 27th. So I am taking a couple days to take a vacation from the vacation while we're here at home. I didn't want to just go back for like 2 days of work and then gone for the weekend and then back to the beginning. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this for me. And take a couple extra days and just relax. That means we get to go golfing, Copa.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Hell yeah.
There you go. Yay. All right, let's just jump into it, man. To be completely honest, everybody, we actually started the show and then we had to redo it again right now because one of the audio was not coming through. Thankfully, I caught it before we got too far into it. But we're here, so we're going to go through the first couple things pretty quickly because we'd already kind of talked about them, so we kind of know what we're going to get to there. First things first, we talked about McGregor and Poirier last week as our first item of business. We're going to do it again this week. McGregor Poirier 3 was scheduled to be like this big, you know, number 3, who's going to take the best of series kind of thing. It was more of a dud. For those of you guys who don't already know, Poirier won the fight on a TKO. He's up 2-1 in the 3 fights that he's had with McGregor. McGregor was getting handled a little bit in that fight before stepping back on his left foot when his tibia snapped near the ankle. McGregor came out later and said that he walked into that fight with stress fractures on both of his legs, especially that on the left leg. He knew walking in there that he was not at 100%. He said that Dana White, the doctors, and everybody knew beforehand, and they still let him fight. So, I mean, he got paid. He was in good spirits, I guess. Still talking shit with his fucking foot hanging off. Did you think we talked about this earlier? But do you feel that Conor should hang it up at this point, or you think he should still keep fighting, man?
Nah. So, and the point I made earlier is that our boy Joshua, who was on here last week, said, you know, if you're watching McGregor for the fighter, you're missing the point. He's no longer that elite fighter. When he was a fighter before, he never really needed to promote himself like he has now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was an elite fighter. Like, he was going to go in there, do his show, and he was just like superior to anybody, right? Yeah. That's what made him his name. But now he's not that dude anymore. So now he's an entertainer that can fight. Yeah. You know? He's an entertainer that can fight and probably hang for the most part. Thing, you know, downhill on a windy day type of thing. You know, like, of course he's going to contend with the premier fighters.
Happen, right? Anything can happen.
Right, anything can happen, you know? I mean, but it feels like he's a every other kind of fight now kind of guy, you know, where he's like, oh man, he got all the breaks this time, he didn't get the breaks last time, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying?
He's only won 1 fight in the last 5 times he's been in the ring, 6 if you count the boxing match with Floyd Mayweather, but only 1 time in the last 6 fights, or the last 6 times he's been in the ring, has he won a fight. So
I saw somewhere that this is the first time he's ever lost back-to-back fights.
No.
Yeah, I saw something. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is because I don't keep track of it, you know.
Back-to-back fights against the same guy? Because he did lose Poirier the second time, and then this one would be the third time, so he would have lost back-to-back against Poirier.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Didn't he win his last fight, though?
No.
Prior to this one?
No.
You didn't?
No, he lost.
Okay.
I want to say it's back-to-back fights against the same guy. Because that sounds more... Because he's only won one out of his last fights in the UFC.
Okay. But yeah, man. But I'm totally cool with him coming back and fighting. Like, dude, he's only third. What did we say? I said it earlier. I had read he was only like 31, so he's young in life, but maybe not young as a fighter.
Yeah.
And more power to it, man. Like he's if he could still fight and he feels comfortable and he wants to go on his own terms, who dictate that, you know? Like I said earlier, I'm not gonna pay for his damn fights. I'll stream these things all day, bro. You know, like I know if you ever need help with your Android and you know, and you need to borrow an iPhone or something, that's commodity, you know, I could show her how to stream, not a problem. For you guys that don't know, Brent is a big Android guy and I'm a big iPhone guy, and we just like to make fun of each other on how much our phones suck.
I'm excited about the new Z Fold 3 that's coming out next month. So
nice. I want to drive that car too. The Z, what was it? That was yeah. Those were nice cars. I like yeah. Those were cool.
All right, man. Moving on to the NBA. For the first time since 2015, the NBA Finals are tied at 4. Blowing out the predictions from our guest. We were talking about that as well from last week, who adamantly said, what was that, Artie?
Suns in 4. Suns in 4. That's a great meme, though. It's a great meme. But I think
who was that?
It's not. You know?
What happened?
Oh, man, you got cut off. Don't be cutting me off. You got cut off.
¿Qué pasó?
I said, that's a great meme, you know, like that the Suns in 4. Mm-hmm. But what I think Joshua meant, the Suns will win 4 games. You know?
Yeah.
Which I am in agreement with. Hey, just to get back to the point, you were wrong, sir, and I was right. He has never lost. I know, right? So that never happens. He's won 3. He's gone 3-3 in his last 6 fights, and he's gone 3-4 in his last 7 fights. And before that, he had a nice little run there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no, he had a run for a minute. He was kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this is the first time he's lost back to back from what I'm seeing right here. I pulled it up. I don't know where the hell you get your damn stats from. Is it one of those fake people again with those fake little 7s on there, and you think it's a check mark, but it's really just a 7 and it's a fake one? Like, is that where you're getting your stats from? Because you fall for those a lot, compa.
Nah,
a lot.
Nah.
You're like, oh, we're getting Garrett Cole.
We're getting a call, guys.
Nah, but yeah, because I was like, man, I know I saw that for sure.
That is what it is. The question, though, now we're talking about the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay, so you said the Suns are going to win 4 games. Are they going to take it in 6? Then do you think?
I think that if they're going to win, they're going to win in 6. I don't think. Okay. I think that if it goes 7, they don't win. You know.
So
that's where I'm like, well,
7,
hold up, wait a minute,
if they go
get
to
back
7, you're taking Milwaukee in the 7th game, even though it's going to be in Phoenix.
Yeah, man, because I just think they would have figured things out by then. You know what I'm saying?
Has a road team won Game 7 before?
Yes. I mean, I don't know all of them, but I could. Sure, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers went into the Golden State Warriors' house and took them down in Game 7, bro.
Oh, that's right.
You questioning me?
I'm not questioning you. I'm just asking a question. Let's see. So you got the Suns in 6, but if it goes 7, you're switching to the Bucks then.
Yep, I put my money on that.
The Bucks of Milwaukee. Side note, it just popped in my mind right now. Do you know that back in the day,
when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
The unit of measure, the unit of measure, as we call it the buck. The dollar is a buck. You know what I mean? They used to use this back in the pioneer days. They used to use the pelts of a white-tailed deer, the buck. That would be, they would walk into a general store or something like that, and they'd be like, hey, I got a buck. Let me get, some lard. Let me get some string. Let me get some, whatever, this and that. That would be their unit of monetary compensation, and that's where today, at least in America, we get the whole unit of, hey, I got a buck, let me get a buck, or that's $2 or $3. That's where we get that.
That
unit
way they
of
say
measure.
the buck stops here.
Damn right, because the buck went there and it died. So but that's where we get the buck. I found out today. I never heard that before, and I found out today, and I was like, oh, I got to remember that when we talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. So
interesting.
Fun fact for everybody at home: you just learned something. Don't ever say you don't learn something.
Right? For real.
And they say Artie's
For real,
the teacher. That's all I'm saying.
Right? I just give lessons, homie.
Lessons on life. What else we got here? Oh yeah, Adrian Wojnarowski. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce his name correctly. Has reported that the NBA Players Association and the NBA players have agreed, or the NBA owners have agreed to have a postseason play-in tournament again next year, like they did this last year. The Board of Governors of the NBA will be making it official in a formal vote coming very shortly. So that'll be interesting to have another playoff. I think it stays, man. It's good kind of build up for the playoffs, don't you think?
Yeah. Yes and no. You know, it's good and bad. You know, like it has its good and bad. So I mean, I'm cool with it. If that's what they went with, and everybody decided, cool, go for it. You know, you know how I felt about that expanded playoff thing with regards to the Dodgers
Baseball.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that in baseball. So I'm not a big fan of that, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's not just for us, it's for everybody.
Right, exactly. It's not just for us, it's for everybody.
The only
What did
other
you say?
basketball news that I have is Space Jam, or what a lot of people are calling a monstrosity of a film, has finally come out, the new one, and it is actually free on HBO Max till
Hey,
August
that's why?
16th.
You're breaking my heart.
I know so many bad reviews have been coming out on it. I mean, we're gonna watch it. I haven't watched it just yet. I know you haven't watched it just yet, but I might have to watch the original and then watch the second one back to back just to kind of be like, because I remember
Back to back.
I remember watching
like
it
Drake,
when I
right?
was a lot younger. Yes, when I was a lot younger, and I guess I have that.
But you're not a kid anymore?
Exactly. But I have that like nostalgia love for it, and I think having
that
a
poetic justice feel to it, right?
Yeah, I want to rewatch it now that I'm older, and then watch the new one, and then kind of give my honest opinion on both of them. Like, okay, yeah, Jordan fucking killed it with that extended arm thing to dunk the ball when they were all hanging on him.
Right.
And LeBron ain't got none on it.
Hey, I thought
want
of
my Lola Bunny OG, bro. I don't want this new baggy look.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm really curious to see it, but nothing's gonna compare to the original. They never do, and like that's the standard that you need to compare it to. Is like,
Yeah.
judge it for its own self. Is it a good movie or is it not? You know?
Yeah, no, I've known a few movies that people have told me, oh man, this sucked, this is that, and I go watch it, and I'm like, well, I kind of liked it.
Right.
You know,
I already tell you, there's this one thing that on the flip side of what you just said, where you're like, oh man, this movie's good, and people recommend it, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, if people say so. Tony used to do this one thing. I don't know what the movie was, right? But our childhood friend Tony, there was this one movie that came out and it was really, really bad, right? And Tony was like, dude, this is a great movie. You should go see it. And everybody would go see it. And I'm like, dude, that movie sucked. Right? He's like, oh, it did, huh? He's like, it did. Everybody's like, dude, because like it's got to get better, right? It's got.
What movie was
Yeah,
it?
man. I'd have to ask Tony. I wouldn't. I didn't go see it because I had heard Tony was doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't go watch it, but Tonyo fell for it.
I gotta find out what movie that is now, just so I can tell you if I've seen it or not.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I'm gonna build my own judgment on that, make my own judgment on that, because everybody different strokes for different folks, right? Like that's kind of how I see things. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
What's a movie?
We'll see.
What's a movie that you've been told was terrible or bad movie, and then you turned around and watched it, and then you actually liked it?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I have to get back to you on that one.
I
That's a
remember
great
when I
question.
was a kid. I remember everybody all my friends had told me that they watched Free Willy. I don't know if you remember that with the fucking
Yeah.
little orca and the fucking little kid. and they were like, "Oh my
1,
god,
2, or 3.
it was the dumbest movie in the world," and I was like, all right. And then my parents took me to go watch it like that following weekend, and I saw it, and I was like, man, you know what? Fuck that. I like that movie. Like, I actually liked Free Willy. So I didn't like the second, third, and 18th one they made, but the first one kind of got me when I was a kid. So, I mean, I don't know how it would hold up now. This is why I'm saying maybe go back and watch Space Jam, the OG one, before I watch the new one to see how it goes. But, you know, as an older movie goer, I was told left and right about both Borat and Napoleon Dynamite, that they were amazingly hilarious movies, and they were just so excellent. Like they were gonna change the way movies were filmed, this and that. And I watched them both, and I was like, oh my god, I want my 4 hours and 20 minutes back, because this was just absolutely terrible. Like I would just tell
Napoleon Dynamite.
I did not like Napoleon
I like
Dynamite.
That one.
It had like both of them. Napoleon Dynamite.
Like you, though.
Napoleon
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
So much of you.
And what's the other movie I just said? Oh, Borat. They had their moments,
Borat.
but
I
I
never
was
saw
like,
that one.
overall, I was just like, man, that was
It's
terrible.
That slapstick comedy that
I like slapstick comedy, but that was
you are a slapstick.
Terrible. I am.
That's why.
I'm not slappy, I'm not slappy, but but I do like slapstick comedies, and that was just, I'm sorry, dude. Anything that Sacha Baron Cohen does, I just cannot watch.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his, although I did like him in Talladega Nights.
Yeah, but see, he wasn't the lead; he was the co-star.
He was. Hey, you said that he's in there.
Yeah, well, okay, let me rephrase that then. Any movie that he is the lead on, I don't want to watch.
Okay.
Anything that he's a side piece, I can get with, I think, and that's the only one I can think of where he's a side piece, and I'm like, okay,
side piece. Huh? You like side pieces, don't you?
Yeah.
You're saying. Yeah, I was trying to think of. You had me going with one that I was like, oh,
Napoleon
movie
Dynamite?
that someone said. Yeah. I could think of a movie that everybody said was really good, and I just was like, I didn't think that was that good. It was I don't know what it's called, bro, but if I set it up for you, you're gonna know, right?
Okay.
Because we were kids, maybe like junior high, high school.
Okay.
It's a one where they're like filming it with the handheld camera. And they're like, "Oh, this is real," because they found the video and they put it all together. And then at the end, the girl's like hanging, right?
Blair Witch Project.
Yes. So that one was like really hyped up, and I was like, "That movie's crap," right? And the only reason I thought it was even okay is because they were hyping it as like, "Oh, it's real, it's real, it's real," right? And then they came on like, I don't know, the Conan Bryant show or something like that, and they were live, right? So I don't know, that'd be one for me,
Okay. I wasn't a fan, but I didn't think the movie was terrible. I think it was good for the genre that they kind of changed, because a lot more of those types of movies came out after that. So I think it was good for cinema, because some of the movie where those kids, the high schoolers, gained the powers.
Look, we're not twisting stuff around, sir. You asked what movie was good, not big reasoning why stuff.
Fine,
like that.
fine. We'll move on from it then. We'll move on from it. Golly. Fine.
I just didn't think. I was just not impressed by it.
You leave my Free Willy alone.
Yeah, I actually like that. I don't think there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Okay, I can't remember the other 2.
Yeah, they were not
I liked
good.
it. I liked the first one.
Yeah, no, I definitely liked the first one, but the other ones I was like, because it was like Free Willy the Return, and then Free Willy the prequel sequel. I was like, man, nah, bruh. That's too much. It's like doing those dog movies, Air Buds.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, a dog is playing basketball now. Man, that same dog
funny.
is now the golden receiver. Man. Like, all right, man. No, I know how sports works. You can't do this. Anyway, speaking of golden receivers, right? Retrievers or whatever. Receivers, actually. Teddy Ginn Jr. has officially retired from the NFL after a 14-year career. Stating,
it was still in the NFL.
Yeah.
Too much.
Stating, I've dedicated my entire life to football until now, and I'm going to go out in peace and on my own terms. No one has forced me out. In 193 games, Ginn racked up 412 receptions, 5,742 yards, and 33 touchdowns as a receiver. He also added 2,624 punt yard returns and 7 special team touchdowns. So Godspeed for whatever you got going on next. He's probably going to be an analyst now that what's his name? The Adrian Gonzalez decided he's no longer going to be an analyst. He's going to go try
Tony
and do
Gonzalez, you mean?
Yeah, Tony Gonzalez. Sorry,
Okay, sorry.
didn't I say Anthony Gonzalez?
You said Adrian, the
Adrian
baseball
Gonzalez.
player.
Yeah. That's where he went from. Like I knew there was a Gonzalez somewhere. But maybe he takes over for him. I don't know what he doesn't have any plans as of now, but he is walking away from the game of football, after a 14-year long career. Good night, sir. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Let the door hurt you with a good Lord split you. I wonder if he didn't get any offers. He's like, yeah, I'm walking away on my own terms. But
Well, because nobody wanted to give you a thing. Not even Canada, bro. Not even Canada. All right. Next up, speaking of guys that may not get any more offers, Richard Sherman was arrested the other day on 5 counts of misdemeanors at his in-laws' home in Washington. He was accused of criminal trespassing in the second degree, which is second-degree domestic violence, I guess, is the correct term. Malicious mischief in the third degree, resisting arrest, driving under the influence, and reckless endangerment of roadway workers because he drove over there and he was under the influence. Police said that Sherman was responsive and joked with them until they declared that their intention was to arrest him, which he tried to leave the area. They used a police dog to restrain him and take him into custody, and he did suffer a cut on his leg in that process. The 49ers have come out and said that they are there to support Richard Sherman and his wife. I don't know exactly why he was there, but I do know that he had some beef with his brother-in-law. Brother-in-law got pepper sprayed. There's video of him on TMZ. Richard Sherman dropping his shoulder and ramming it into the front door because they wouldn't unlock it to let him in. Or the father-in-law to come out. He kept saying, "Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro."
Like the penguin?
Yeah.
Like the penguin, right?
Yeah.
Slapping his arms out.
And so this may be as of right now, the NFL is investigating the situation, whether or not they give him suspensions or anything like that. He is still allowed to speak to teams.
Or did they give him some suspenders? Is that what he said?
Suspensions, guys.
Oh.
As of right now, he's allowed to speak to the teams who may be trying to court him as a defensive back. But
is this, prom?
I said defensive back, man. Come on.
Oh.
But as of right now, I think all the NFL is going to kind of wait and see what's going to be handed down to him before anybody gives him a contract. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, he done. I mean, he was a free agent, dude. But hey, tell me if I'm wrong. Didn't he? Wasn't he like the Players Union VP or president or something like that?
I think that was like a year or two ago. I don't think right now.
Okay, well, thank goodness, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Imagine.
but I remember him being something like that. That's why I was kind of like,
yeah, he did it. He did it when he was over there with Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson was the president of the Players Association.
Oh, okay.
So he kind of roped him in and said, "Hey, bro, come with me."
Rope a dope.
Speaking of rope and dopes, Tom Brady, I know what a dope, right? The GOAT, rope a goat, played the entire 2021 season. Or the 2020-21 season and beat Breeze, Rodgers, and Mahomes in successive games to win the Super Bowl with a fully torn MCL. It goes to show the greatness that is Tom Brady and what he can bring to a team to take them from not seeing the playoffs in almost 10 years to Super Bowl winners. Will he come back and make another run at another Super Bowl, number 8?
Well, of course he's gonna make another run. Is he gonna win it? I mean, that's different.
Will he get deep
just
into the
goes
playoffs?
to show how much of a sissy Dak is, and can't play on that broken leg. And
oh yeah, he's got a torn ligament. Dak had his foot looking like my elbow.
I didn't want to be traumatized the rest of my life. Not gonna lie, I'm glad I fell asleep during that little moment. When it happened, I woke up and I saw all the messages. I was like, oh, my heart. I've told you I have a little soft spot for that guy.
I know.
But seriously, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing. Good. No wonder he doesn't run out of the pocket, though, right?
Talk about weak ankles. No, don't do that. I can't do it to Dak, man. That was very nasty.
Right.
What happened to him? So let's
Is
not
that what
talk
your ankle
about
look
that.
like too?
Don't bring that up, man. Come on, you had to go dig deep
wasn't
like that.
there.
That's messed up.
Asking questions. I ripped my knee up.
Question: do you think Tom Brady and the Buccaneers make another deep run in the playoffs? CMC is
Deep run
gonna
in
be
the
back.
playoffs.
The NFC South is gonna look good this year.
I mean, they make the playoffs. You know, playoffs. I mean, a lot of the dudes that are in on his team got to feel not as pressure anymore. You know, because they won one, so now they're
Do you think that?
just gonna follow Tom. You know.
do you think that kind of backfires on them? Maybe not feeling that pressure anymore. Like, oh yeah, we already won it. We can do it again. Do you think that
I
takes?
don't.
A
I
little
think
bit of
it's a good thing for them. Nah, yeah, I think it takes some of the edge off for sure. So I think it's a good thing for them. Yeah. Wow.
Playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, and somebody who wants out of their organization, Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay, and it ain't about the money, according to Adam Schefter, saying this isn't a money issue. It's much deeper than that, and he doesn't want to be there. So pay attention, because he may not be there to start the season. At this point, I know we talked about this till we were blue in the face. We've said that he's gonna get.
The thing that was interesting though was that dude AJ Hawk spent a whole week with that he Aaron Rodgers playing anywhere else. He literally came on TV the other day saying that.
He was on the McCaffrey show, no? Well, not McCaffrey show.
Damn, that I don't remember. Now you're trying to catch me slipping, saying where I saw it. ESPN.
On ESPN.
But yeah. But I mean, dude, if he says that he's gonna play, I don't know. I mean, where's he gonna play, dude? Who's gonna? I don't know. Let's go for it. Go ask your questions that you want to ask.
My thing is, where would he go? Green Bay, and we talked about this before. Green Bay, he's taken you to the playoffs how many times with the team that he has, or the team that he's given? And he has problems with your new general manager. He doesn't want to be there. And you're going to back up the GM and not the guy who's taking you to the playoffs. And when they got rid of Brett Favre, they were like, what the fuck are we going to do? Let's see what this guy got. And he came out and he's been slinging it ever since. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta help
train
the
or
team.
you miss out.
Yeah. Do you think he's gone? Do you think he played his last game in Green Bay already?
I said no. I still think no. Like they got to be trying to shop him around, right? But I mean, let's look at who's available to actually get him.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna take him? I think it was you that said something this week, either a text or whatever. Do I think the Rams would have gone after him if they hadn't traded for Stafford? Mm-hmm. Dude, if I were the Rams, they have a golden window that he would have been perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They have the squad right now to make things happen.
Yeah, for sure. That would have been the ideal team to go to.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know where he goes. I'm not as well versed as the quarterback's situations everywhere, as you are. But I think he stays there. I mean, he stays there. We're getting awfully close, right? I mean, dude, August is around the corner,
Yeah, his draft stock is in flux right now. Where somebody's gonna pick him up until they figure out somebody's gonna take a risk and pick him up like earlier than they should right now, unless he announces it. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. You brought up a good point about the Rams. Somebody had put a question out there. Who do you think is going to have a better season, Stafford with the Rams or Dak coming back to the Cowboys? Who do you think is going to have a better season, statistically?
Dak with the Cowboys, or who? Or Stafford with the Rams?
Yeah.
Dak, for sure, dude. He's just a better player.
Okay. Why? Other than just because he's a better player?
Gosh darn it. What other...
That's all I got. That's all you need.
I mean, he's Brent. What do you want me to rub the ego of the Cowboys? Huh? Because the Cowboys, they like to fall on their face, and then they have a good year, and then next year's our year for sure.
Every year is our year for sure.
And then so I think this year's gonna be that year where you guys come great year and then you losing the NFC Championship, and then next year's gonna be your year, and then they don't make the playoffs or they lose in the first round dramatically somehow.
Yeah, I would love it if they.
So I think this is a year that they make that run into the NFC.
I hope it's the year that they make it into the NFC Championship game. That'd be amazing for me.
It's been a while since you guys won a playoff game.
It's been a playoffs. Playoffs. We won one in 2018, I believe it was. With that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Anywho. All right, we're gonna take a quick break, guys, and then we'll be back after this word from our sponsor for the show today. Hang out, be right back, guys. Enjoy whatever it is that they're gonna give you as far as the commercial goes, and we'll be back with some baseball, some MLB recap of the All-Star Week, and things that happened today. We'll be right back, guys. Enjoy. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever it is that they tried to sell you or tell you and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys listening to the commercial because it helps us, pay for stuff. So, yay, we're back. And now we're going to get into some MLB. Oh, my God. So much to talk about. So many things going on. I think Artie's going to go grab. I am kind of thirsty. Artie's grabbing his beer. All right, let's talk about the commissioner has hinted at some new rules that could be coming in the very near future, saying that it could be next season. The universal DH could be on its way finally. I know Artie's a huge fan of small ball. What do you think about the commissioner hinting that the universal DH is coming a lot quicker than people thought?
I like it, sir. I like the universal DH, it's cool with me. It's cool. I ain't got no problem with that.
You got no beef with it?
So I'm cool with it. Nah, I ain't got no beef with it. We cool. But yeah, man, I'm for it. I really want to see some rules more with the shifts. I want some of the rules and the shifts to change. That's what I really want to see.
The other thing that was hinted by the commissioner is limiting the amount of defensive shifts per game, and keeping the two infielders on either side of the bag. So you have to have two on the left and two on the right. Does that mean they push the limit?
You turn yourself around and do it all again.
Does that mean they get that they push it to the limit and put the second baseman at second base when there's a lefty puller or a right-hand hitter but who pulls to the left all the time or to the right? No, to the left, sorry. And then vice versa to do it the other way around.
You're setting yourself up all day today,
I know, man. You are like on the music references today, man. I got to give you that. You're all over that twice on Sunday. But that's going to be interesting, man. If they end up finally doing that, Commissioner Manfred said that it would remind him of being back, a 12-year-old kid playing ball out in the little leagues where you didn't have all these shifts. A ground ball that would make it through the infield. You know what I mean? Just to make the game a little more exciting, and to try and keep it from being so dull. Because I think they said ground balls after the shift, like the shifts where they started becoming big, to get through the infield dropped to like 18%. 18% of all the ground balls since like 2016 or 17, somewhere around there. It had dropped down that drastically because of all the shifts. And so he wants to get rid of that to kind of bring back the pureness of the game, which I'm like, okay, that works for me.
That works. I saw a stat yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, like on ESPN or something like that. Yeah. Dude, there's only 7 players in the NL that are hitting above 300. Did you know that?
No.
Like, dude, 7 players. I believe it was 7. I think I saw, because they only put like the top 7 hitters and like the last one was barely at like 300.
Oh shit.
So I mean, this is a lot of dudes right at 300. You know?
Yeah, definitely is gonna
Like-
help the batting averages go up, just like with the whole spin rate dropping. Averages,
Right.
averages jumped up 20 points across the board.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. So I'm curious. I like to see that stuff. I like seeing more offense, you know, than defense. So
The
I'm good with
defensive
it.
plays are good. Like when you have some good defensive plays, like you got to be able to set that up. And I think with all the shifts going on, it kind of takes away from some of those spectacular defensive plays that you used to see back in the day before all these shifts happened. You know, guys really diving out there to grab that ball to flick it over their, the glove or behind the back or something like that. You really don't see those as much anymore.
Nope.
The other thing that he was hinting about is going back to 9-inning doubleheaders. So if you got a doubleheader, they'd be 9 innings long. That one was not met with as much happiness as the first two.
Right.
This one was.
I mean,
like,
I think back to what D Smack was saying was like, dude, nobody wants to be playing those things, you know,
Nobody
like
wants
the
18,
7
yeah,
innings.
18.
Yeah, man. I get it, dude. I'm with you on that one, man. I feel you.
Honestly, from the beginning, at the beginning, I was like, well, come on, dude, you're getting paid to play baseball. Go play. But after talking to D Smack, I have to agree now. My mind was changed. I said, okay, I see the writing on the wall. I get it. You guys are out. You guys are fucking tired, man. You're trying to be professional athletes. I got you, man. Keep the 7-inning doubleheaders. I think it's good for the game, and I think it works.
Yeah, I agree.
I also
agree.
think that if you keep the 7-inning doubleheaders, I think there needs to be an adjusted or an addendum of records when it comes to the pitching stats. So, like Bumgarner's 7-inning no-hitter would be a no-hitter in the addended, like for the 7-inning doubleheaders kind of thing.
You calling him a dum dum?
No,
An addendum?
addendum. And I'm using big words today, guys. Be careful.
Yeah, right.
Don't you think though? That would be.
I'm with you. I get it. I agree. There needs to be a little asterisk or something next to it, but for sure, I mean, at least recognize, like he did what he was allowed to do with the given circumstances. You know?
I'm with you there. And the other thing that is having people kind of go, if you're gonna go back to 9-inning doubleheaders, then why would you do this? But no more automatic runner at second base in extra innings.
Dumb. That is dumb. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but I mean, if you want a 9 innings, it's like, okay. I say get rid of that and keep the 7 innings.
Yeah, get rid of that. Keep the 7 inning. If you're going to go back to 9, then keep the extra runner to kind of keep the game shorter than it could be. It's a lot. I don't want to say it's easier, but it's a lot more feasible to score a run when you got a guy on second with no outs. You know what I mean? You really gotta have the right pitchers. You gotta have the right defense to keep that guy from scoring. And I think it moves the game a little bit faster. I was at odds at the beginning of the season because of that, but I kind of like it now because it does move things along.
Yeah, I agree. It does move along.
Right.
Yeah, man. Keep the 7 innings. Get rid of want the 9 innings. Keep the runner for sure.
Yeah. Get these guys some rest, man. Jesus. Sad news. We got another domestic violence case, I guess. Not just Bauer, but Washington Nationals infielder Starling Castro has been placed on administrative leave amid an investigation into an allegation of domestic violence incident that happened earlier this summer. No other details have really come out at this time other than he did have an issue years back, about 4 years ago, with another fan or female out there that said that he had some issues with that, but nothing came out of that one. So we'll have to wait and see what happens if the MLB is going to suspend him officially or just keep him on administrative leave. And I didn't know that the MLB could continue to put you on administrative leave in 7-day increments. So they could just keep adding you again, another 7 days, another 7 days, another 7 days.
Extended.
Extended. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on with there. Here's one I wanted to talk to you about, dude. So Jose Altuve, right before the All-Star break, hit a walk-off home run against the Yankees and was mobbed at the plate, which is where he was the team proceeded to rip off the second baseman's jersey and undershirt, okay? Revealing his tattoo that his wife didn't want the world to see. Oh, wait, he had no fucking tattoo. There was no tattoo on his chest that he was like, oh, no, I was kind of hiding a bad tattoo that my wife was having me fix. You know, further solidifying the bullshit story of the Astros, saying that he had an unfinished tattoo and that's why he didn't want his jersey taken off when he hit that walk-off off Chapman to send him to the World Series against the Dodgers. I mean, this was a regular game going into the half of the season, game number, 81, and they're going to mob him at the plate, rip off his jersey and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But you hit the walk-off home run to take your team to the World Series off of Aroldis Chapman in Game 7, 9th inning. And you don't want nobody to rip your shit off? Like, who thinks about that? It makes them sound even more and more bullshit-ass liars. I mean, nothing's going to come of it. They've already got their little slap on the wrist. None of them decided to go to the MLB All-Star game, thank God. I mean, it would have been nice to see everybody boo them while they were there, but they kind of wanted to stay out of it as much as possible. But, I mean, what are your thoughts on that, man? Like, just the more and more, like, shit like this happens, the more aggravated I kind of get at the Astros, and I really, really want to see them just fall hard.
I'm with you on that. Like, it just frustrates me. But did nobody interview him? Nobody asked him a question? Like, what's going on here?
Well,
like
they won, so their team broadcasters interviewed them because he won, but they didn't ask him that. You think they're gonna ask him that?
Well, that's a home cooking right there, though. But I mean, there's got to be other people. Nobody pressed him. Nobody
I mean, that was the first thing I was waiting for. I was waiting for the expose to come out, like, oh, look, he's got no tattoo. They said he had a tattoo, and the wife didn't want him taking the shirt off. Like, yeah, like what, dude? Like, really, dude? Like, it's such bullshit. And MLB is just kind of like, oh, it's fine.
He didn't really do anything too big.
Yeah, no, he's fine. It's fine. This is fine. It's like that meme we were talking about memes, but it's like that meme with the dog sitting in with the fire all around him. He's like, oh, this is fine. Everything's fine. That's basically MLB with all the fans and the public talking shit about the way they handled the Astros situation.
Right. So I mean, it is what it is, dude, and nobody's gonna call back for the reporters. I mean, you already know about them. So, like, I mean, what are you gonna do though? They have immunity,
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? The thing is that nobody pressed them, like nobody go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what bothers me is like nobody went and hit him up. What the fuck,
Yeah. I mean, that would have been that would as a reporter, that would have been my first question. Like, hey man,
especially if I was like the opposing reporter, like, dude, New York. They were playing New York, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the New York reporters...
I'd have been like, listen here, hey, where's that tattoo you were talking about? Because we got pictures of you with that. I mean, the dude is jacked. For being like 5'1", the dude is jacked. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But there's no tattoo. Like, come on, man.
Right. Yeah. I want to be like, tell me the story. Go for it. I can't wait. Can't wait to hear it. What's going on? Explain yourself.
Tell me which doctor removed it for you because you didn't want it anymore. Come on, man.
It's clean.
Get
I need a
fuck
referral.
Out of here. I know. Give me that referral, man. Do we get referral points for this? Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those. You already know, dude. So like, just more disgraceful. That's why I think none of those dudes are ever gonna get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think the pitchers get in, but I don't think a single hitter.
Yeah.
I think Verlander gets in the Hall of Fame.
Verlander and Greinke.
I don't know. Greinke's kind of rubbed people a little bit, so I'm not sure about that.
Okay. Well, Verlander for
I'd
sure,
like
though.
to say yeah, Verlander for sure. And that's it, dude. Ain't nobody else gonna get now.
Yeah, not from them. I don't think if they're not gonna let fucking Bonds and Clemens and them in, then these guys are definitely not getting in. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one because we know what's going to happen, but it is what it is. And speaking of the Yankees, Aaron Judge is among 6 players in the Yankee squad that go on the COVID-19 injured list following a team outbreak, which pushes the the Red Sox-Yankees game today to a doubleheader tomorrow. Amongst those other 5 players was Kyle Higashioka and Gio Urshela. The other guys were relief pitchers that they had in the bullpen. But those are the biggest 3 names, and they're going to be down for at least 2 weeks on that COVID-19 injured list. So, guys, and without getting too preachy here, Artie, I noticed that LA County is going back to full masks starting Sunday.
Yeah.
Wherever you go indoors, you have to wear a mask now. It doesn't matter if you are vaccinated or not. The numbers are going up, guys. The only thing that isn't going up as much is the deaths because of COVID, because all of the high risk people that were out there got their vaccines. So guess what? The people that are getting it now, they're kind of pulling through all this stuff, and I would just recommend that you don't go through it because it does suck if you do get it. So just be safe.
Yeah, dude, I'm starting to see people catch it, and people that got vaccinated catch it. Like, I just saw, I don't remember his first name, but his last name is Williams, the analyst for ESPN, the dude that hurt his knee, played for Duke, was a national champion, was the player of the year and stuff like that. And he got drafted by Chicago, then he got in a big motorcycle accident, like his 3rd year in the league, and basically ended his career. I want to say it's Damian Williams. I don't remember his first name right now. I really don't remember his first name right now, but Williams, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, he was talking about, like, he had a little 1-minute clip, like, thanking everybody for his support and everything. He's like, hey, I caught COVID, blah, blah, blah. And he's all, those of you guys that know me know that I'm really super careful about COVID because his daughter's like, has some kind of like issues and like is like a high risk, right?
Yeah.
He's also like, I'm fully vaccinated. I have all my shots. Still caught it. He's on now. The symptoms aren't bad because I am vaccinated. Like, things could be worse. He's all, but I still caught it despite being vaccinated. He's also, don't like things just because you get it. That's it. You're vaccinated. Like, oh, I can't catch it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a lot of people catch it, dude. Like, it's crazy, you know? Like how you said, some of these players caught it. I saw like I mean, some of the people that caught it too are people that don't, like, I could think of one dude that caught it that is my old former alumni, his boss, and he's a very anti-vaxxer, right?
Yeah.
And he was out like partying up in Florida, and then he came back and he's like, oh, I got COVID. I was like, wow, I mean, pues, what you think was gonna happen, you know?
It didn't exist.
Right? So, but I mean, I guess it's not hitting him too bad and stuff like that. So good for him, you know, like, he's not someone that really needs to worry about it type of thing. So I mean, to each their own, you know, you handle it however you want, but it's out there and people still need to be careful, you know?
I'm with you, man. Guys, be safe. Don't be dumb. Don't just please don't. Like, just wear your masks, especially here in California. Just wear your mask when you go anywhere, do anything. You know, it worries me a little bit because I'm going on vacation next week. You know, we're obviously going to be out in Cancun and stuff like that, but we definitely will be wearing our masks anywhere where we're going to be around a lot of people. Thankfully, we're on a beach resort, so we're right by the ocean. So we got a lot of fresh air going to be coming in, which is good. But definitely going to be using those masks as much as possible. So make sure you guys as well. I mean, we can't tell you what to do, how to do it, and all the other fun jazz. All we can do is make recommendations, and please just be safe. Yes, be safe. Jumping off the little soapbox. Bleacher Report came out with some bold predictions for the second half of the season. I'm going to give you these bold predictions, Artie. You tell me what is the most likely of these that it's going to happen, and then what is the least likely of these that is going to happen. All right?
All right.
All right, number 1, the White Sox trade for Trevor Story and put him at second base.
It could happen. But I mean, Eloy's coming back right now, so Eloy's already coming back. I don't know what's going on with their other dude. So the center fielder, I forgot his name right now. He's done for the year, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
The Bo Jackson looking kind of dude.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But Eloy Jimenez is already rehabbing. He hit a home first rehab game. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It could happen. I think I could see it happening. You know, they got a window, you know, to win championship. And if you got a window, you got to take every opportunity that you can to win. You know.
Right. Right.
So I said, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Okay. Prediction number 2.
And I also part of the reason I believe it too is that I believe a lot of times these players get traded to the opposite league. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at it or researched it and stuff like that. But teams usually don't want to trade interdivision. It's rare that you trade interdivision.
Right.
And then if you don't trade interdivision, you try not to trade interleague. You know what I'm saying? So like inside the NL, inside the AL, unless you get like obviously packages. So like him going from the NL to the AL, like I could see that very much happening to a contender too, you know?
Yeah. All right. Number 2, the Twins go on a crazy run and somehow make the playoffs.
Well, I don't know how many are out. And I don't know what that division is looking like. Tell you, let me take a look here.
All right.
Let me take a look. Someone's gonna make a run, I'll tell you that. Someone playoffs that is not in the playoff picture right now. I'll tell you that right now. Someone is gonna do it. MLB standings, American League. Twins are chasing 14.5. I'm gonna say no.
Twins are not gonna make a crazy run and make the playoffs.
They're 11.5 in any kind of playoff situation. So yeah, the wild card. So I say no. Hell no.
Okay. Hell no is said. All right.
I mean, it is a bold prediction though.
It's a bold, right? Hey, these are bold predictions. Vladdy Jr. wins the Triple Crown.
No, it's really hard to do, man. And then Shohei clearly the dude for when it comes to the power part. So yeah, I would say no on that.
Okay. Zach Wheeler beats out DeGrom and wins the NL Cy Young Award.
No, who's saying that? Dude, he could stop right now and still win the Cy Young Award the rest of the year.
Once again, these are bold predictions.
I mean, Triple Crown could happen, I guess. You know, Shohei, I was saying it last week, dude, and Josh didn't want to hear it, and that's okay. But he's on a hot streak. I want to see what he does when he gets cold. He's not even hitting 300.
Yeah.
Bro, he's just hitting home runs left and right. And I get it. That's great. It reminds me of Chris Davis, bro. Chris Davis hit this many home runs, drove in this many runs, and hit 270, 280.
Yeah.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Do I think he's Chris Davis? No. But Chris Davis did it for 2 years, 2 consecutive years. Shohei hasn't even done it for a full year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we definitely have to see.
I think Shohei breaks the 50 marker. I hope Shohei goes after the American League mark for a single season home runs, you know, which I sent you earlier today because I didn't even think about that, you know, because the record holders were all in the NL. But, you know, we talked about it like of us feeling like, and even Josh was like, if he breaks 61, it'll feel like a real record, you know?
Yeah.
Because everybody talks about like Hank Aaron and 715, right?
Right.
Nobody really knows or talks about like what Bonds his actual number is, and I believe it's like 755,
754.
Yeah. Okay, so like nobody acknowledges that, you know, and I mean, I'm not saying nobody could ever break that. I think someone someday come along and break it. It's just kind of hard to acknowledge those kind of numbers, you know, with how they did things, you know?
Yeah. So, I hope. So, no for Zach Wheeler, huh?
Hell no.
All right. The Padres go on a tear and win the NL West.
I mean, it's possible because they're right there. They're in third place. They're not chasing a lot. You don't even need to go on a tear. You just need to be consistent, you know, which they're not consistent.
Okay. And the final.
So I could see that one. I could see that one.
Okay. The final bold prediction. Either Tatis, Vladdy, or Ohtani will hit 60 home runs this season.
No, I don't think any of them hit 60. I mean, Ohtani's on pace for 61. I don't think he'll hit, which means he won't break the record, you know?
Yeah.
And I think your butthole puckers up as soon as you get closer to that record, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't see anybody hitting 60.
Let me ask
you.
Be
nice. I mean, I guess I could see, you know who I could see doing it if someone does do it? Because has the numbers he has right now, with missing like basically over a month's worth of baseball, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Tatis.
Like I get he's behind Otani by what 5 home runs, but the thing is, if he doesn't get hurt and he plays the way he's been playing the rest of the way out, like dude, he should theoretically hit 60 home runs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they
Like,
had him at like
theoretically.
58, but come on. Yeah, he could definitely.
I
hit
just
60.
think yeah, because I just think he'll hit. Yeah, I think he'll hit 60 if he plays the way he plays. You know.
Okay.
But he's playing a premium position. That's why I think someone like Shohei has a better shot that gets all that rest and stuff like that. You know, that DH.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just Vlad's so young, dude. I don't think Vlad does it right now. But I think if somebody does this, like someone like Shohei who gets more rest. Yes, he's pitching and stuff like that, but still, dude, like he still gets a lot of rest by playing DH and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Tatis is playing short, bro. Like it's actual grind. You know.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
So
I'm with you there. So Tatis of the three. All right.
I will say this though, I think Tatis goes on and set the single season record for home runs by a shortstop.
Which is, you know what the record is?
It's A-Rod, but I believe it was 52.
Right on. So let's
I
go,
don't know off
Tatis.
the top of
Let's
my
get
head.
53.
Yeah, but
Um,
I don't know. That's a good number. That's a good question. I want to say it was 52.
we'll have to look in that. You guys comment if you guys know that one. The Padres have. We were just talking about this. The Padres, right? The Padres have have a player hit for the cycle and a player hit a grand slam in the same game. Jake Cronenworth and Will Myers did that today. The last time the team had hit a cycle and a grand slam in the same game was actually exactly 11 years ago today. On July 16, 2010, Benji Molina did both. He hit the grand slam and he had a fucking a cycle, both while he played for the Rangers back on July 16, 2010. Cronenworth is the third player in MLB history to appear in an All-Star game and then hit for the cycle in their first game after the All-Star break, joining Joe DiMaggio and Brooks Robinson as the only other two to do that. That's pretty cool. And then the Padres put more than 20 runs on the board for the first time since May 19th of 2001. The Dodgers did that like 3 times last week. Oh, man.
Looking up at what's said, it is A-Rod and it's not 52.
How
What do you
many?
think it is?
If it's not A-Rod, it's not 52, 48?
No, it's in the 50s.
56?
It's more, very close, 57.
Who was it?
I think he's gonna break the NL record. I think he's smashing the NL record
Who was it? Who was the record holder?
for 50. It is A-Rod, but with
Is it
57.
A-Rod? Oh, okay. I thought you said it wasn't A-Rod. My bad.
No, it is A-Rod, but with 57.
Mm.
But the NL record is something that's very achievable, I think, for him. He only needs 20 more.
The NL record for single season home runs in one season is 50?
No,
What's the record?
he's got 28 home runs right now. So if you add
58
20 to it,
or 48?
yeah, there you go.
There we go. Math is hard. Math is hard. I'm not looking at the
Oh,
numbers.
my mother's over there like smacking her head. I could see her doing it.
Dad, it's okay. I
Um,
know, it's okay.
Yeah, he 47 by Ernie Banks.
Right on. I think he definitely has.
47.
He definitely has the ability to fucking do that. He's gonna smash that. He's gonna
Let's
hit at
see.
least 52 if he stays healthy.
Vladdy
55
plays
if he goes
first,
on a
right?
tear. Huh?
Vladdy plays first.
Yeah, they're-
First is over there. That's what's the name though. That's Big Mac Country. So
Yeah, you're not touching 74 or whatever it is.
first baseman 69.
69.
Oh, but wow, still a big number. But the AL record for first baseman is 58
Really?
by Hank Greenberg. So I mean, 59 is not out of the question for Vladdy. I don't
No?
think.
I don't think 59 is out of the
No.
question for Shohei, but he's not a
Shohei's
position
not
player,
first
so,
baseman.
yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't play defense.
When he
Only
plays in the
pitches.
National League, they have to. Throw him in
But
left
look. I wonder how many home runs does Shohei have as an actual shortstop?
As a shortstop?
I mean, a shortstop as a designated hitter. Sorry, I
Okay.
understand. Like, are all of them? Do you know?
No, not all of them.
Because remember, when he pitches, they're not going to count.
What do you mean?
They're not going to count as a DH.
No, right. No, he hits for himself on those games.
Yeah. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Wait, so you're saying that it won't count towards the total as a
Of his
designated
DH.
hitter?
Right. Which, in turn, it's getting bad. Okay, because check this. Okay. I don't know, because I'd have to see what his numbers look like as a DH. Because
Right.
I think he could break the DH record.
What's the DH record?
Who do you think it is first?
Poppy.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to say
What do
like
you think he hit?
52.
No, under 50.
What? 46.
Yeah. 47. Very close.
47.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yeah. So that's very possible that Shohei could break that.
Oh, yeah.
But remember, he's hit some while pitching. Now, probably not a lot, because I mean, the chances of him hitting one when pitching is not super high. It is higher for someone like him, but it's not super high in general.
Yeah, we'll have to. What's the
So
single season home run record
pitcher?
for pitchers?
it's actually a pretty decent number too. I remember seeing it. I'll tell you right now. It's the AL record, and that's a higher one too. The AL record's actually 9.
Well, he already passed that.
You sure? You want to bet on that? I'm willing to bet $20 that he didn't. Right now.
He's
Put
got
your money where your mouth is.
33,
Yeah.
and
Put your money where your
he has
mouth
to
is.
Put 9 dingers as a
Yo, you said he
pitcher.
passed it, so that means he has 10 as a pitcher. See, this is where I think you just kind of become an Angels fan and don't really think
No,
of
that's
it
what I'm thinking about.
rationally.
He's been on the bump 11 times.
I mean, he had to have hit 10 home runs in those 11 times.
Nah, he didn't do it. He's probably like at
Yeah,
7.
I'm willing to bet even 100 now.
Yeah, no, he's probably like 7.
$1? I'll bet you anything,
I'm
dude.
good.
Just give
I'm
me
good.
some money.
No, you're not taking my money. No, but
But
that'd
yeah,
be-
man, that's kind of harder to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just harder to do because of like the coincidence. I can't think of a better word. Like
I mean,
the
he
timing
did
of
it.
it.
I
You know what I'm saying?
know for sure he's done it at least 4 times because
See, and I
watched
was gonna
those
say I
games.
think he's done at least 3, but I haven't even tracked. But off the
Yeah.
top of my head, I want to say he's done at least 3. I would agree with you. It's probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be the over under for me would be like 4. Has he done it more than 4? I don't think he's done it more than
I don't think
4.
he's done it more than 4. I
If
think
he
4
has, maybe 5.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not
So
like 8.
let's just say he did it 5, right? Let's just take the over, right?
Mhm.
So 5 minus 33 puts him at 28. So that means that dude just needs 20 more home runs as DH to break the single season record.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
What'd be fucking badass is if he broke the single season pitching record home runs and the DH in the same season.
And okay, what if he did all 3? 3. There we go.
He's not gonna do all 3 because 70 something's impossible.
Well,
He's on pace for 61.
The true home run record of 61. If he beats 61, if he hits 62, he breaks the single season pitching one, and he breaks the
See,
single.
but then we get into the semantics of it. Like, now he plays more games. Is it me or he plays more games than Roger Maris now, right? And back then, like, that was a big thing was
No.
Roger Maris did it more games than Babe Ruth.
What, 2 more or 3 or what is that? Like 5 more games than Babe Ruth did, but
I don't know, but I know it was more.
yeah, it was a couple
so
more games.
it's like, well, you start saying about the 73 being the true, like, you start getting to some semantics, like, he's not gonna break the 73, and he's not gonna hold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's why, like, I want to see somewhere where his name is the actual leader, dude. And I think he's got a shot at the DH one,
think
And
he's got a shot at both of them.
I don't say the pitcher one because I honestly think he's got 5. So and he
Right.
needs to be at 5 right now to have a shot at breaking it because
Okay.
we are past the halfway point of the season,
yeah.
and he needs 10 to break it because the record's 9, and
Okay.
he's not. I don't think he's at 5. I think he's at 3. I could be wrong and say he's at 4. I hope he's at 5, but I mean, I don't know. I'll try to Google that right now and look it up. But I mean, dude, all 3 of these dudes have a chance, I think, at breaking records this year, home run record.
Yeah.
Granted, they're not like the their position single season record, but their record nonetheless, you know.
Yeah. Let's see here. I actually pulled it up right now. Hopefully they have it here. Bats. No. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? That's not it right there. Statistics. They don't have the actual number. Doesn't have. We'd have to really do a deep dive to try and figure out how many he's hit as a pitcher.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna look into this one because that'd be interesting. He has to beat 8.
He has to be 9.
He has
so
to
he has
9.
to hit 10 as the actual pitcher.
Okay. We'll have to somebody Google that, or already you Google it while we're continuing the show here.
I was trying, but it's not really
it's
working.
A difficult. Somebody's got to have the stats somewhere. I'll put it on Twitter and Instagram, see if somebody can figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, moving on then. Let's see. Where were we at? The Padres in the cycle. The Twins are looking to lock Brian Buxton up to a long-term deal. However, if the deal cannot be made, they will push hard to trade him before the deadline this season because he only has one more year of arbitration and would be a free agent after the 2022 season. Do you think they trade him away, or do you think they lock him down?
I think they lock him down. To be honest, I think they lock him down.
Okay. They did.
But I mean, damn, they are falling really far behind. You know, they for him.
Yeah.
And then remember, that dude didn't start coming around till last year. That took forever to really develop, and they didn't give up on him. You know, when he hit like 190 3 consecutive years when they called his ass up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think they keep him, but like you gotta understand, this dude's never played a full healthy once. Has he been like fully healthy for an entire year? Yeah. So I and then like I said, he took forever to develop, and they did not drop him while he was developing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think there's something to be said with that. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I mean, like you said, they took a chance on him and held on to him even though he wasn't doing very well. And now that he's blowing up, I don't see why he wouldn't. It's just a matter of a number. They had to come together and be like, all right, we can feasibly pay you this and still put together a team. Or they go, man, you're asking for too much. We're going to go get some more things and try and put together a team without you.
Yeah.
Are you still looking for the Ohtani thing?
I am. It's not going to be an easy one.
No, definitely. Let's see. The Dodgers had a 5-run first inning against the Rockies today in Denver. That was the 23rd time this season. Let me repeat that. It was the 23rd time this season that the Dodgers had an inning of 5 runs or more. This is the most by a team for a start of a season since the start of, before August, I should say, since the 2011 Red Sox. I do believe the next team behind them has 17 5-run innings in the season so far. So the Dodgers are looking like a very formidable team that can you give a couple wrong pitches and shit's gone. Especially at home, they're racking them up at home, especially, even though they did today in Colorado.
Yeah, they smacked them. They'll come around, man. I think they're fine. They're built for the long haul, you know?
Oh yeah, you've said this, and I agreed with it on several occasions. The Dodgers were made for a season. They're not made for 15 games or 20 games. They're gonna give you a good season. So.
Hey, check this out, Brent. So, I mean, I don't know how to look this up yet, but I don't think he's gonna break the. I could be wrong, but man, I don't know how this is gonna work. But he has as a defense, he's played 15 games, so he has 69 games at DH. He's played hit five times. He's played that outfield 5 times, right field specifically 4, and left field once. And then 13 games as a pitcher. Man, Man, I really want to focus.
We're gonna have to go back. We're really gonna have to look into it because you're gonna have to look and see what games he pitched. He started pitching and how many he hit as a pitcher.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a minute, guys. Sorry. Let's see. His one of his partners there at the Angels, Fletcher, extended his hitting streak to 25 games, tied for the second longest streak in Angels history tonight. So he's still getting those little flares out there. So good for Fletch, man.
Nice. Good for him. Did the Angels win?
I probably not. They were losing when we started the show, like 7-1. So probably not. Ohtani hit 33 dingers before the break. The big question, I know we were talking about that. Will he hit 62? We talked about this before, actually, today. Do you think he can do it? Do you think he physically can do it? We already talked about, do we think he's going to do it? But do you think he can physically hold on for the rest of the season and make a run at it?
You want to know the truth? I think he could if he did not pitch. You know, if he doesn't pitch, I think he could have a realistic shot. You know.
Okay.
But the thing is, they need him to pitch too. So I just don't think he does it. You know.
All right.
So yeah, man, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Right on. Let's see here. Vladdy Jr. started the second half of his MLB caliber season with a bang, hitting a home run number 29 against the Rangers in their temporary home at Buffalo Stadium. Here's a question for you, because I was looking at the lines at the Buffalo Stadium and then at the Rogers Center. Will his home runs continue to rise going back to the Rogers Center because the Canadian government has allowed them to go back to the Rogers Center as of July 30th? The fence in left field, especially where he likes to hit them, is 8 feet further on the left side at the Rogers Center than it is at the current stadium. However, at the Rogers center field is 4 feet further than it is at the Buffalo Stadium. Do you think that's going to have any impact on his home runs, or do you think he's just going to keep smashing?
He's going to keep smashing.
All right.
Hitters are going to hit. Hitters are going to hit. You know what? My buddy Gabe Gonzalez, he had a friend that was still in the majors. He played forever. I think he played for the Angels too, shortstop. Gonzalez. What was his last name too? It's Gonzalez, because they're roommates while they were with the Marlins.
Right. And
he won a title there with them too. Man, he played for a lot of years. Was known as a solid hitter, like maybe 20 home runs max. But he was known as a really good defender. I'm forgetting his damn first name right now. Anyways, he was a popular player, and I believe he played for the Angels as well too. I know he played for the Braves. He played for the Marlins, Braves, and the reason I bring it up is he played for the Blue Jays. And when he went to Toronto, he set his career record for home runs, and he told Gabe, bro, the ball just flies out of there. Like, it just flies inside that dome. The ball just flies. He's because he was telling him, like, oh man, you cracked 20 home runs this year for the first time. But dude, he's just, the ball just flies out of there, you know?
Yeah.
So when you bring that up, I think, bro, you think it's gonna hurt him the extra 8 feet playing in, like, inside the home run derby dome there? I think it's gonna help him.
Okay.
You know, but hitters are gonna hit, dude. So I don't know, stupidly, but I mean, he's gonna hit no matter what, you know?
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt him. I'll tell you that. It's not gonna hurt.
Okay. Let's see. Let's get into the All-Star Game recap. Trey Mancini was the feel-good story of the Home Run Derby. I think you can agree with that. After overcoming stage 3 colon cancer last year, he went to the finals of the Derby and became an inspiration to millions, man. He looked like he was having a great time over there. Almost took it. But, I mean, it was a great story to see him come back after that. Yeah, or nay?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Everybody was cheering for him, man. He was whipping that bat around like nothing, dude. I mean, and he's a tall, lanky dude. He reminds me a little bit of, like, Jason Worth type of hitter, you know, where he's tall and using his leverage, you know. Not too, because, I mean, Pete Alonso's built, bro. Like, you're like, oh, damn, that's a big boy, you know?
He's a mini linebacker.
Yeah, right? And this dude's not, you know, and to see him smacking the ball
kind of
away,
like a Bellinger
impressive,
type.
You know? Yeah, yes, like, yeah, the Bellinger type for sure, dude, for sure. So yeah, man. But you're right. Everybody was cheering for him. You know, I can't think of one jerk that was not cheering for him, you know?
Yeah.
Like besides Mets fans, you know, who of course they're gonna cheer for the hometown boy, you know?
Oh yeah. But even then, you gotta tip your hat, like
Right.
like on the for love of the game at the end when that New York Yankees fan was like, "All right, you did it. All right, respect." And the whole game he was talking shit.
Right.
But yeah, no, I think that at the end of it, they were like, "Yeah, our guy won, but hey, man, that was dope." His teammate Cedric Mullins showed what dedication and hard work could get you. As a bench player in high school, he never started a game until his senior year. He played JUCO ball, which is junior college baseball. And he's only 5'8". He started he started in center field for the American League in this year's All-Star game. So it goes to show you, I mean, you don't got to be a star from the very beginning. All you got to do is have that heart, that push, that drive, and the ability to be able to play some ball. So good for him. I like that. I didn't know that, and then I read that, and I was like, I definitely have to blow that up in the on the podcast. There's no way I don't talk about that, man. That's great to hear. Like somebody who may have been undervalued before he got there is doing so well now, and he started in his first All-Star game at center field. One of the premier positions, especially in the American League. So, what else do we got? Yeah.
I think it was real cool because I feel like there's a couple more stories that were like that, and there's always like that at the All-Star game, like Chris Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'll give you an example, another one's horn too is like the Angels. Jared Walsh, right, was like a 39th round pick. He was like reading books for kids outside of the Angels stadium, and nobody knew who he was, type of thing, right? Like they always show that picture that's funny, that's turned into a meme.
Yeah.
But still, he was a 39th pick, dude, a 39th rounder. Like who expects to be, you know, like a 39th rounder and be an all-star? It doesn't happen very often, you know?
Yeah.
And they were talking about like the Dodgers that made the all-stars for them, right? They're representing them. So you had, you know, my boy, you know, Titan, who was cut by the Mets, and he got drafted by Baltimore, traded to the Mets, cut by the Mets, got signed to a minor league, got a major league camp invite for the Dodgers, and then signed his contract and whatnot. So like that's another dude that, you know, wasn't supposed to be here, you know?
Yeah.
Chris Taylor, same thing. Like that dude got traded for Zach Lee and was like drafted super low and stuff like that. That's another one. I forgot. He was very similar to Jared Walsh's story, right? Like,
yeah.
And then you got Muncy too.
Talking about Chris Taylor real quick. They had a picture of Muncy taking video of him at bat. And they were like, Muncy looks like a proud dad. I love that shit, dude. Go ahead. Muncy, we were talking about Muncy. Too.
Yeah, for sure. I think I might have.
You're talking about Muncy.
Oh, sorry. I'm just getting excited over here. How many home runs do you think he hit as a pitcher?
I think we said 4.
No, you said 4. I said 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We were hoping for 5. Try 1.
Seriously?
1.
Wow.
He's got 1 home run. It was against the White Sox. I remember it too.
It was fucking hit the ball. It was up here. And hit the ball 484 feet.
I don't remember it being that far, but okay. I remember it being in right field. Right field wasn't that far, but I could be wrong. I do remember the tomahawk thing. But yeah, it wasn't. Well, that's where home runs usually go. Huh? Just 1. I finally found it. Yeah, 1 home run. So yeah, he's not breaking the pitching record, which is good because that means he has a realistic shot at the DH record. That puts him at 30. Wow. Oh, I take that back.
Uh-oh.
It's a DH. Here you go. Oh, no. He has a majority of his home runs as DH.
Yeah.
He has 32 of them as a DH.
One of them as the...
So there you go. So the record's 47. So all he needs is 16 to break the record.
Oh, he's going to break that record.
Put it in the bank. He breaks that record.
Put it in the bank. Somebody go put that bet in Vegas. He breaks the single citizen DH record. Yeah. Make it.
1 out of 3 ain't bad. Brent wanted all 3, even though he's not really going to be.
I'll take 62, man. 62 all day long.
He was not going to hit 62.
Let me believe.
You can believe all you want. You can believe that. Go put $100. Angels win the series. You'll get 10,000.
10 million. It's a
Oh, 10
10,000 to
million.
1.
Oh, okay, yeah. Still not gonna. You're gonna rob me for
I'm gonna
$100
go tell
bucks.
Andy, you put $10 down, bro.
10. What happened to 100?
Well, I'm telling Andy, not me. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Shohei Ohtani, he was named starting pitcher and he led off the game for the American League. He stayed in the game as a DH. I believe he had 3 at-bats. He went 0 for 3, but he did retire the side in order when he was pitching that first inning, and he was credited with the win at the end of the game. What I thought was really cool is they had he won the game. He was the winning pitcher. He's from Japan. The All-Star MVP was Vladdy Jr., and he was from Dominican Republic. And then the guy who did the saves, I forget his name, but he's Australian.
Liam Hendricks.
And he's Australian. So they were like, they were saying like, this is a worldwide game. Like, this is something that you don't really see in other sports that way when you have those 3 kind of key things go on. 3 guys.
You do see it in basketball. I would say nay.
With the
you
MVP,
see it in basketball a lot.
with the.
Well, there's only one MVP in basketball, so yeah.
Well, it's still a
I wouldn't say that, but
yeah,
it's a good story, and I think they were doing it in response to what Stephen A. Dumbass was saying with Shohei and stuff like that. I didn't even sit through it because it was just annoying. Now look, here's my thing. Okay. Now, I think and it's clear that they're promoting Shohei. Shohei, in my opinion, did not deserve to pitch that game.
I don't think so either.
Like to start. Okay, I don't even know that he deserved to be an all-star as a pitcher in that. I'd have to look at the rest of their numbers, right?
Right.
Okay, because I know that he got voted or selected as an all-star both as a DH and as a pitcher, which is fair. Okay, I get it.
Pitcher from the players. He was voted in as
right. Okay.
Players.
Again, they're trying to promote their sport. I get that, right? And that's okay. I would be okay with him being in there as a pitcher by the players, but to start. To me, you're telling me, because usually that they give the ball to the best pitcher in the American League for the year, unless it does not fit their pitching schedule and stuff like that. Okay, when you think of the best pitcher in the American League, who would you think? I mean, I right now, one guy comes to my mind.
Bieber?
Yeah, Bieber is the dude I think of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even know if Bieber made the All-Star team this year because he started off hot and then they took away the spin rate and all of a sudden
he made the All-Star team, but he didn't go because he was hurt or he opted out.
Oh, he opted out. Okay, so all right, so I get it. But there's another dude that, to me, career-wise and year-wise, is very deserving to have been the starting pitcher this year. That should have been the starting pitcher in my opinion, and that's Lance Lynn. Okay, he's with the White Sox. Been a very good pitcher his whole career. He's having a great year this year. Has better numbers across the board than Shohei, other than the strikeout ratio, right? That's all they keep pushing is the strikeout ratio with Shohei, which is okay. Well, you throw 100 miles per hour, you better have a nice strikeout ratio. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you don't have the wins, you don't have the whip, you don't have the ERA, you don't have the total strikeouts. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the other one that I see that gets pushed out there is like the stat comparisons to Babe Ruth, the game before Shohei got lit up by the Yankees, right? And his ERA is still in the 2s. It's like, okay, add one more game to that and show the stat comparisons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just I get bothered when I see like if he played just 162 games right here, this is where they're Bo Bichette, the stats, right?
Yeah.
Or like Yordan Alvarez too, same thing. Like they're like, look, in his 162 games actually played. Like, well, yeah, but you didn't play them all together. That's not a single season. That's cool. Don't get me wrong, but nobody keeps any stats for that. Like that actually that's matter or impactful. You know what I'm saying?
That's impactful. I think that's a better.
So stuff like that bothers me. So I don't think Shohei deserved to pitch. I would have liked to see Shohei close. Let me tell you.
Say what?
That would have been something that like, all right, cool, you know.
Wait,
but then again, he's not a closer, you know.
Oh, you would have liked to see him close the game?
Close the game out, you know. Come in, you want to promote this dude, like, but then it makes it hard because it's like, well, wait, he's starting a hitter, so we have to take him out as a hitter because then we have to hit all day, and then he has to come in to close out the game. Like that's not gonna work. So they had to find a way to make it.
Well, they said that
That's why they made him the pitcher.
To be able to
You know
have
what I'm saying? That's the only way it works. That's the only way it works. Unless he's the second pitcher that comes in.
They had,
you know,
they had a comparison from All-Star games. They had the NBA All-Star game. They had like 4.8 or something like that million viewers during that All-Star game. During the first inning of the All-Star game, they had 8.9 million people, something like that, watching the All-Star game.
Right.
And then it took a dip to like 6 million after that first inning. But it like basically like blew that freaking stat out of the water for that first inning of the All-Star game. So,
right.
I mean, hey,
and it makes sense. Again, they're promoting him. I just don't think.
I'm with. Look,
you know, my personal opinion.
I'll be the first guy to tell you, hey, dude, I'm feeling the fever, the Ohtani fever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna
just so am I. So is everybody.
But
you know.
But I agree with you. For once.
Yeah.
I
I'm just skeptical because of baseball, bro. Baseball's such a grind, you know, like this
dude,
not a fluke, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Let him do this shit more than once. Let him do it again next year, right? Let him do what he did this year.
Yeah. He's not even done with this year. And you know, like Joshua was already like calling him the greatest ever. Done with this year. He broke 30 home runs for the first time in his career. You know, like, which is cool, don't get me wrong. What he's doing has never been seen on video, you know what I'm saying? Like Babe Ruth, we never actually saw it, you know?
Yeah.
There's no video of him, as far as I know. I've never seen video of him pitching.
As far as talent-wise, the dude's one of the most talented baseball players playing right now or ever, right? One of. I didn't say the most. I said one of the most talented guys.
Right. Probably top 5, top 3.
I want to make sure that I'm clear when I say this, you know, to everybody listening. He's up there. Right, he's not the top. He's not the best, but he's in the conference. He's at the table.
All right.
He's got a seat at the table right now. Let's see what happens the rest of the season. Let's see what happens the rest of his career. Does he continue to do something similar to what he's doing this season now? Who knows? We'll talk about it in 3, 4, 5 years.
Right. I mean, with talent, Bo Jackson's up there, top 5, right?
Yeah.
Hey, fuck. We're just talking talent, you know?
Talent-wise, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Bo Jackson's right up there, top 3, top 5. You know,
Deion Sanders is right there too. If you want to talk talent, because he played football and baseball. Yes.
Well, fucking so did Brian. Brian played for the Braves and the Dodgers. What's his name? Brian.
Who?
He was a linebacker for For no, Brian.
Brian Song?
Anderson, Brian. Bro, come on. You see, this is what makes me lose respect for you as a baseball fan. Because you're like just throwing Urlacher. Like, come on, dude. Like, if we don't know who the hell Brian.
I was joking with you.
Right, like, you really think Brian Ayers played baseball, right?
No, absolutely not. I know he didn't. He's too big. You just don't do that. Brian, is it Anderson? I want to say Anderson.
No, it's not. It's Brian. Jeez. I'm just gonna put multi-sport right here. And then I got trivia for you, and I who's the only player to ever be drafted by all 4 professional, or is it 3, 4 major professional sports?
All 4?
He was 4.
Ooh.
I know it's all 3 for sure.
Yeah.
Only one dude. I think it's 3. But he got drafted in 4. I forgot what the other 4th one was. But it wasn't like the major one.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know it, and as soon as you say it, I'm gonna be like, yeah. Shit. Who we're talking about here played football and baseball, right? Brian Jordan.
Yeah. Brian Jordan. See? Did you get it or you Google it? I was over here Googling it.
I Googled the shit out of that, bro. Come on.
All right, thank you.
One-handed.
Brian Urlacher.
One-handed.
Make me lose respect here. Respect.
All I do is love you, sir.
And I still forgot his name again right now. What was his name again? Brian what?
I didn't forget already. Brian Jordan, bro.
I swear I did.
Nigga Jordan, bro. Michael Jordan.
Oh, Brian Jordan. So Brian Jordan played for the Atlanta Falcons, Braves. And then he was a 3-4-time All-Star. He played for the Dodgers too. He hit 30 home runs, I think, like 5 times in his career, dude.
Yeah.
He was a solid ball player, man. Solid ball player. He was like the runner-up for the MVP once.
Right.
So yeah, dude, we're talking about Deion Sanders. Mhm. Yeah, he played, but that doesn't mean that automatically make just because you played two sports, professional sport, doesn't automatically make you one of the best talented players.
Yeah.
Like Bo Jackson was an elite player at both of them. He's the only dude
Oh
to
yeah.
ever be an all-star, all-pro at both.
In the
You
same
know?
year.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same year, but definitely
He did
at
it.
both.
He did it with the Royals, and he
The-
did it with the Raiders that same year. He was the. It
I
was the.
well, I know he was an all-star, but I don't know.
He
Same
was.
year.
He's the
Or is
only
it- I
player to
don't
do
know.
it the same year. He played. He was a Pro Bowler, and then he was an All Star.
All right. And see, the reason I say I don't know if it's the same year is because remember, Pro Bowls happen in a different time from the
Right.
All-Star game.
The same
So, I don't
calendar
know.
year.
Again, I don't know.
I
If
watched
you
the
if you
Bo-
gave me the year so I could look it up,
They
then
had the Bo Jackson.
I feel like it's your stat earlier that you
The-
gave me that by the non-check mark dude, of Conor McGregor.
Dude, that was like 13 years ago,
Connor's-
right? Why do you got to bring up stuff from like 13 years ago?
I'm just saying it's hard to believe you.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me look it up right now.
Sports. Oh yeah,
Uh,
for sure. But anyway, so we're talking about like you're right, like most talented baseball players. He's up there for sure. He's doing
Yeah.
things that have never been done. I'm cool with them promoting him. I just don't like that he was a starter, but they did it for publicity purposes. I get
Yeah.
that. Like it makes total sense. I mean he got them out in order, but he didn't even strike out a guy. You throw 100, you strike out one guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, dun, like okay, anticlimactic. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how he got the win. They scored I don't understand that how they got the win, how he got credited with the win.
That I don't know.
Like he pitched one inning, and they hit a home run in the bottom half of his inning or the top
No.
half. I forgot. But they were the team. So that means
The
they were.
American League scored a run in
the
the
top
first
half.
inning. Yeah.
They
And
did
then-
right. So, but they keep going back and forth. I don't know. I don't know how those work.
Because the American League took the lead and just.
But the
kept it
thing
whole
is,
time.
the NL scored more runs than the AL had
Mm-hmm.
to start with that one home run. So I don't understand how that one run is significant of the win. I don't know how that works. Literally, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because the NL scored what, 3 runs? 3?
I
Off the top
wanna
of my
say
head?
3. And the
Yeah, I think they lost what, 5-3?
5-3. Yeah.
Okay, so if 3 is more than 1, right? How do you win? Like I would think the dude that was on the mound when they
Man,
had
I
4
don't
would get the win.
I don't make the rules, bro.
Does that make sense? I'm
I
telling
do.
you, like I'm asking.
I'm
I'm
with you
asking.
there. Okay, so I found the Bo Jackson thing. I knew it was within one calendar year. So
Uh-huh.
in '89, he was a baseball
Uh-huh.
all-star. He hit that home run
Uh-huh.
off of Rick Ruchel, leading off for
Yeah.
the American League, right? In
In July of
1990,
89. So it's not the same calendar year
that's
because
it,
that's
one
not a calendar year.
year from that day.
That's not a
one
calendar
year,
year.
whatever.
That's not calendar
365 days. Within
Okay,
365
okay.
days.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, I
Within
believe you now.
365 days, he also was a Pro Bowler. Although he didn't play in that game, he was still selected to the Pro Bowl in 1990. So within 365 days, so within 1 year, he did both. He's the only person to do that.
Okay, that I believe. See, and I kind of figure out like, yeah, but
Hey,
top of my head,
I was like,
I
I
believe
knew it was,
your
it was
Twitter,
something like that. It was a year.
people you follow on
It
Twitter.
was 1 year. This was not. This was off the Bo Jackson thing they had on ESPN. Bo Knows or whatever it was.
Yeah,
They were talking about
365 for sure.
it.
No, I believe that. I just remember it being the same year.
Well, it's the same 365-day year. So, let's see.
Oh,
What else?
yeah.
You know what else Otani did? I didn't know about this until today. He donated his Derby earnings, more than $150,000, and split it between the Angels supporting staff that was there during the All-Star break. Around 30 Angel staff employees were shocked to find out that upon return to the Big A, that Otani had done that as a thank you for all their hard work and dedication while they were there in Colorado with him and Walsh.
I did know that, as a matter of fact.
I didn't know that until today.
Yeah, yeah.
pretty
Well,
cool.
until today, I did find out, but I didn't know that prior to you telling me.
Ah, okay.
Hey, but I think that's cool though, because he said,
He said what? I'm sorry.
read
You cut
enough,
off.
and
You cut
I
off.
said I read like snippets of it. I don't read the whole thing in detail,
Uh-huh.
but I had read enough to read what you said, and then read the next paragraph. He had planned to do that. No, he was because so participant
All right, you're cutting off.
participating
really
in
bad.
it.
You're cutting off really bad. I think you said he already planned on doing it before he participated in the home run derby. Is that a nod?
Yes,
Ah.
and yes, and so the participants make 100K, right?
Yeah.
And the runner-up makes 500K, and the winner gets $1 million. So he had already set it up with his rep or whatever
Money guy.
that, yeah, it was gonna be divvied up amongst those certain people that he already did or whatever.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether it was 500K or like it was gonna be. I have a feeling it might have been. Personally, I think it was like, well, $1 million.
Give him a little. Give me some.
You know? Give them the 100K each, you know. And
Yeah. Well, there you
keep the
go.
rest, you know. But still, the thought of it and the actual follow, dude,
Yeah.
that like for him, 100K is probably life changing.
But 100K for a lot
But
of
for
people.
people that are here, he's helping. You know, like I don't know. Let's just say there was 10 people, right? He divvied it up amongst 10 people. That's 10K each, bro. Like you don't think about it. Like they're people like us, bro. Where they're not. They're probably making real close to 100K a year or under because they're just close, right?
Yeah.
100K. My guess is they're probably making like 50, 70K
So-
a year.
So they said it was divvied up to around 30 employees. So I'm gonna go with 30 employees.
Yeah.
So it's like
Okay,
$5
so
grand.
that's 3K.
It's five.
3K, bro. Just literally 30 and 100 is 3K. Sorry, come on.
100,
Can you
but
teach him
150,000. It was 150,000.
Oh, I thought it's 100,000.
No,
I thought it was
150.
100K.
He made
Oh,
150
okay.
grand.
Yeah, you're right. But he didn't make it because he gave it out.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Okay,
But he gave
yeah.
each person $5 to
That's
me
three,
is a
so
big
that's-
difference, though. Even $5
Yeah,
grand is a difference.
That 5 grand. Right, it is. I mean, think about it.
That's a house payment, 2 car
Again.
payments, and some groceries.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about. You don't got to
Right,
worry about shit
for
for
sure.
a month.
right easily. Yeah, that's yeah, for sure. That's that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah.
You know, most people's lives. You know, like
yeah.
the average person or middle class lives. That is a big difference.
Oh yeah.
And the people that he was helping are middle class. You know.
Yeah. All right, we got one more thing going on right here. The home run derby winner made $2 million in 2 nights, more than he's made in 3 seasons with the Mets. I know you put this one down, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the lead on it.
Oh man, I'm not even reading this. I hate reading about it.
Okay,
I
fine.
already told you. How many times
According
tell
to
you? That's why I
Spot
wrote it
Track,
down for you.
according to Spot Track, from 2019 to 2021, Pete Alonso has made $1.47 million with the Mets. His salary this season is worth over $676,000. Alonso only made $241,674 in 2020 because of the pandemic shortened season. After Alonso won the NL Rookie of the Year in 2019, the Mets agreed to a raise that would have paid him $652,521 in 2020. That was before the pandemic happened, right? He still would have made less than he did in 2 home run derbies. Alonso isn't eligible for arbitration until 2022. So in the 2 home run derbies that he's been in, he's made more money in those 2 nights than he's done in 3 seasons with the Mets. That is a wild stat for me.
Crazy, right? Crazy.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
That's just how. 2 nights of work, he fucking made more money than 3 years of work.
All right. He's built for that home run derby,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Like built for that thing. That's
He
been
was jagged.
impressive.
Hey, they were showing the StatCast on the guy who was throwing them the balls.
All
He
the
had
overlays.
Yeah, it was like boom, tight
Yeah,
little
yeah, the
fucking
overlays
thing.
were crazy.
Oh, it was great. I was like, wow, this guy
Yeah.
came to win.
Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his pitcher deserved a big chunk of that money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A hefty
I mean,
cut.
I wonder if they get paid separately. You know what I'm saying?
I would imagine
Pitcher.
so.
Right. Right. They don't need to pay them off from the winnings, right?
I don't think so. I wouldn't think so, but you never know.
I don't think it's like something fat, but still maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 20K.
I was gonna say 10G. Here's 10Gs, man. Throw me the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Right.
Otani, I'll throw
Dude,
you.
and his dude was like,
I'll do better
you
than
saw
that
the
guy you
overlays
had.
I was talking about, right? They
Yeah.
had that like pitch overlay where he just threw him and
Same
like
pitch over
just
and over
smooth,
and over.
bro.
Again.
Like he didn't
He wasn't messing around. He was just bam,
Yeah, man.
bam, bam,
straight,
bam.
nothing herky jerky with his pitches. I want to know.
Yeah, you want to know
They
more?
tend to break things a lot about the pitchers that they have,
Uh-huh.
pitching coach, stuff like that. And I feel like not enough is
Not enough of what? I'm sorry.
like I don't know enough about him like
Oh, okay.
that dude.
man,
And he looked like a grandpa,
He did. I was like, he brought his great grandpa out here and he was throwing bullets,
right?
slow bullets, but right where
Sure.
they needed to be. He was painting
Yep.
it all over
Yep,
the middle of that
sure.
freaking play. That dude was in a groove because of his pitcher. Grandpa, you can throw for
Yep.
me anytime.
Right?
All right, big dog. That's gonna be it. Unless you got anything else.
Nah, man, that was fun. Good times. Any talking
Any what?
or what? Any predictions?
I'm sorry, you cut off again, man. What?
We gonna do predictions next week or what? What we?
Well, not next week. In 2
You
weeks.
didn't put trade deadlines, right? You didn't put any rumors.
I did not put any rumors in because I'm not gonna be here for the trade deadline.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
All
All right. Well, hey, you didn't even put that. Your Angels
the Angels what?
drafted like 29 pitchers.
Oh my God, 20. It was 20 pitchers. They
Okay,
finally
20.
did. I mean, yeah. What I told you and I told our buddy Evan was that probably
Uh-huh.
10 of them are staying with the team, and the other 10 are going to be used as trade bait to go get some
Trade
pitchers
bait,
right now.
right?
Yeah,
Right. You think right now because they'll help them like back from.
we're only at 5 games back from a wild card.
5.5, and they lost today, so maybe like 6.5.
There you go. We're right there.
Okay, 9.5 out of the division. Yeah, all right. Yeah, might as well.
It's still
All right, why not?
attainable.
Why not?
And
Why
you get
not?
Trout back.
Why not?
And they just picked up Adam Eden. Oh God. Well, it's an upgrade on defense. Definitely.
What's going
an
on
upgrade
here? You left
defense.
out all the juicy stuff for the
I
Angels.
no. I gotta see how he does before I start talking about him. But other than
man,
that, is there
all
anything
the
else come
juice.
by before we get out of here?
I love the trade deadline. So excited about the trade deadline. I don't think the Dodgers are gonna them. I don't know if you saw Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson got traded
Um,
from the Cubs to the Braves.
Yeah, which is Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
But it's just what I said.
Well, no, you cut off, so I
so
kind of knew where you were going with it, though.
yeah, so they and you know why they did that, right?
Por qué? Oh, because of
Because Acuna just got hurt.
He got hurt. Yeah, he's out for the
Yeah,
season.
Acuna got hurt. So like it makes sense. They're trying to say they're buyers and like, hey, look,
We're still in it.
we need an outfielder. Like, damn, you know that got hurt. Our star, you know, the number one player in fantasy baseball is gone. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's interesting. So I really want to see what like all the contenders and pretenders and who they up being. You know, like I want to see what happens with the Yankees and the Cubs in particular. Like, are the Yankees going to sell off or buy? Are the Cubs going to sell? Well, the Cubs are basically sellers now.
The Yankees
you know?
just lost a chunk of their players, but 3 relief pitchers and 3 position players to COVID for at least 2 weeks. That's not going to help them move forward.
Right.
So I think they're going to
So-
be big sellers, man.
Yeah, I think they're going to be sellers too. And like, who do they sell and for what? You know, like that. All that to me is very, very
I
interesting.
asked Evan, and he said Judge was probably going to be the biggest name they're going to have to sell away. But that was before COVID.
Wow.
Though.
And he thinks Judge will go? Wow. I think Glaber, but Glaber, you're going to be selling them low, you know?
Yeah. They said, he told me Sanchez, Glaber, and Judge. He said those would be the big 3. So,
Yeah, interesting. So
anywho,
I'm very excited
compadre.
about that.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, I won't be here next week, so we won't have a show. Compadre is going to be playing some MLB The Show throughout the week, so make sure you guys check it out. He's going to be on his channel and the Blown Save podcast channel on Twitch and on YouTube. whatever it is. But yeah, I'll be gone for a week and a half and stuff, and I won't be back until the following week. And then me and the Copa go have some golf fun on the 30th, and then we'll definitely get together that night and do the show and rock and roll and do things. Compa, let me hear that patented goodbye.
All right, folks. I know some of you probably were laughing, but if you see, the numbers are going up, and LA County is cracking down again. I don't think we're back to the whole shutdown thing again, but we need to be safe out there. Make sure we're wearing our masks when we're inside indoors, because it is the mandate now in the county area. Wash your hands, protect yourselves. Get the vax, because even that's not guaranteed as well too, as we saw with Williams, and several others. Obviously, the Yankees and stuff like that. So it could happen to anybody. So it could happen to you. So just be safe, protect yourself. I would hate to hear about some kind of bad news of one of our listeners, something going bad.
Yeah.
So until next time, have fun, Brent. Drink one for me, maybe 2 or 3. To be honest, 3, 7. I say, because 3 is our number, right?
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So be safe out there, have fun, take pictures, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't do that I think I might do. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much once again. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe, do all that other fun stuff. Make sure you let everybody know you guys watching the Blown Safe podcast. If you guys, the more you guys hit that like button, the more you guys subscribe, the more you guys do that, the more we continue to do things. Thank you guys to everybody who listens to us around the world. I said it last week. There's so many people in so many different countries. Thank you guys all. Gracias. Thank you for everybody and who listens and watches and all that fun stuff. We're getting into more video games. Streaming between me and the Compa, so make sure you guys keep an eye out on that. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram to hear more about that. We love you guys. Be safe. We'll catch you all in 2 weeks.